Have you ever looked at your male cat and wondered what's truly going on inside that fluffy head? Because beneath the confident walk, the lazy stretching on the sofa, and the sudden wide-eyed dashes at midnight lies a hidden world that science is only now starting to grasp. You see, male cats are more than just bigger versions of females. Their brains, hormones, instincts, and even the way they express affection are built differently. Today, we are exploring the 7 most amazing truths about male cats that even lifelong cat guardians seldom know. And I guarantee that by the end of this, you will view your tomcat in an entirely new way. So, settle in, get your coffee, and let's start. Number 1. Most male cats favor their left paw. If your cat consistently bats at toys with his left paw or begins walking with his left leg, this is not random. Male cats are biologically more likely to be left-pawed. Researchers at Queen's University Belfast studied hundreds of cats and discovered something notable. Over 50% of males regularly use their left paw, while females tend to prefer their right. And here is the interesting part. The side they favor is connected to how their brain is organized. Just as in humans, paw preference is linked to which half of the brain handles emotion and logic. So, the next time your tomcat swipes at your hand, remember that left paw is not by chance. It's a part of what makes his brain special, and perhaps it proves he has his own style of cat confidence. Number 2. Male cats are not just larger, their body structure is unique. If you have ever thought your male cat looks more muscular or has a broader face than a female, you are correct. Testosterone gives male cats a distinctly different body shape, wider heads, thicker necks, and stronger shoulders. But here is the surprise. This hormone does not only change their looks, it also alters their behavior chemistry. This is why unneutered males often mark territory, patrol, or engage in fights. Their biology tells them they must defend their space. However, once they are neutered, that hormone-driven tendency fades. Their stress levels drop, and their aggression is reduced by as much as 80%. They begin to act more like calm house thinkers than street fighters. So if your cat quickly becomes a peaceful lap cat after neutering, that is science at work, not magic. Number 3. Male cats have shorter lives, but there is a reason for this. On average, male cats live 1 to 2 years less than females. But do not worry, this is not set in stone. The shorter lifespan usually comes down to their actions, not their internal makeup. Unneutered males are more likely to wander, fight, and become injured or catch viruses like FIV and FELV. But once they are neutered and kept inside, that difference almost disappears. In fact, neutered males can often live longer than unspayed females because they face fewer hormone-related stresses and illnesses. So, when you choose to neuter your cat, you are not just preventing kittens, you are literally extending his life. Number 4, most males are not father figures, with a few exceptions. Here is a sad reality. Most male cats do not recognize or care for their kittens. In the wild, a tom's part ends after mating. He moves on, letting the mother raise the litter alone. But there is one remarkable exception: Siamese males. Unlike most breeds, Siamese fathers have been observed resting next to their kittens, cleaning them, and even protecting them from strangers. It is rare, it is touching, and it shows that cat fatherhood, in certain hearts, is more than just instinct. It is emotion. So, if you ever see a male cat spending time with kittens, appreciate it. You are seeing something almost unheard of in the cat world. Number 5. The puzzle behind the name, tomcat. Have you ever wondered why male cats are referred to as toms? The story goes back to a book published in 1760 called The Life and Adventures of a Cat. Its main character, a mischievous, affectionate cat named Tom, became so popular that people started calling all male cats tomcats, and the name has lasted for centuries. Today, Tom is practically the word for masculinity in cat culture, even inspiring our childhood favorite, Tom and Jerry. So, the next time you call your cat a Tom, remember, it is not just a name. It is a piece of cat history. Number 6. Most orange cats are male. Have you noticed that most ginger or orange cats are boys? That is not your mind playing tricks on you. It is genetics. About 80% of orange cats are male. The reason is on the X chromosome, which holds the orange gene. Since females have two X chromosomes, both must carry that gene for her coat to be orange. Males, on the other hand, only need one. That is why orange tomcats are common everywhere, from Garfield to real-life couch warmers. But this also means every orange female you meet is especially uncommon, the 1 in 5 queen of her kind. Number 7. The father's character influences his kittens. Now, here is a truth that surprised scientists. A male cat's character can affect his kitten's behavior even if he never meets them. In a study from Sweden, kittens fathered by confident social males were found to grow up more curious, playful, and trusting. Meanwhile, kittens from timid or aggressive fathers tended to be more nervous and careful, even when raised by loving mothers. This is a reminder that nature and care work together, and that the spirit of a father can continue long after he is gone. Bonus fact: why male cats are more likely to speak to you. Many cat owners notice that their male cats seem more vocal, making chirping sounds, trilling, or meowing in conversation. It turns out they are not just asking for food. Behavior experts believe male cats use vocalizing as a way to bond, a social connection to replace the more rough, competitive behaviors they lost through being domesticated. Simply put, your tomcat talks to you because he trusts you. And that is the most wonderful change of all, from fighter to friend. So now that you have learned about the hidden side of male cats, tell me in the comments, is your boy cat left-pawed, orange, very vocal, or maybe a little too self-assured? Every Tom has his unique traits, but once you understand the science behind them, you will see that male cats are not just tough or stubborn. They are fascinating beings full of loyalty, mystery, and feeling. If you enjoyed learning these facts, be sure to follow Cat Class for more science-based cat stories that show the heart behind the whiskers. Until next time, keep loving your feline friend in the way he understands it. Have you ever looked at your male cat and genuinely thought, what complex things are truly happening inside that magnificent, furry head? Because beneath the outward appearance, that confident walk, that slow, stretched-out yawn on your most comfortable chair, and those sudden wild eyes at 2 in the morning, lies a complicated world that science has only recently started to shine a light on. To put it simply, male cats are not just larger, more clumsy versions of female cats. Their brains, their hormonal system, their deep instincts, and even the way they form loving bonds with humans are all structured in a unique way. Today, we are going to explore not just 7, but an extended and comprehensive list of the most fascinating, sometimes surprising truths about male cats, facts that even the most dedicated lifelong cat guardians often overlook. And I promise you this: by the time you finish reading this, you will look at your tomcat and understand him on a profoundly new level. So, make yourself comfortable, pour a fresh cup of coffee, and let's delve into the mysterious and wonderful world of the boy cat. Fact 1. Male cats are statistically left-pawed. If you have noticed that your cat consistently uses his left paw to tap at toys, or always leads with his left front leg when taking a step, it is not a coincidence or a silly habit. Male cats are biologically more inclined to show a preference for their left paw. Researchers, like those at Queen's University Belfast, have studied hundreds of cats and made a remarkable finding. Over 50% of males reliably use their left paw, while female cats show a tendency to prefer their right. This is not just a quirky motion. The paw preference is actually linked to the wiring of their brain. Just as in humans, paw dominance is connected to which side of the brain processes certain emotions and logical functions. So, the next time your tomcat gently swipes at your hand for attention, remember that this left paw action is not random. It is an organic part of what makes his mental processes unique. Perhaps it is simply proof that he has his own signature brand of feline style. Fact 2. They are physically built for dominance and defense. If you have ever felt that your male cat looks more broad-shouldered, thicker-necked, or has a notably wider, rounder face than a female, you are completely right. The presence of testosterone gives male cats a visibly different skeletal and muscular structure. They often possess wider, more pronounced cheekbones, often called tomcat jowls, and a thicker, more muscular body overall. But here is the critical point. This hormone does more than just affect appearance. It dramatically influences their behavioral chemistry. This is the root cause of why unneutered males tend to roam over enormous territories, spray urine to mark their space, or get into intense territorial fights. Their biology tells them they must defend a massive amount of space to compete for mates. However, the moment they are neutered, that powerful, hormone-driven edge rapidly fades. Their overall stress levels drop, and their aggression towards other cats can reduce by up to 80%. They quickly transition from a competitive outdoor warrior into a peaceful housemate. If your formerly rambunctious cat suddenly becomes a calm, affectionate cuddlebug after his surgery, that is a clear victory of science over instinct. Fact 3. Male cats have a shorter average lifespan, but you can change it. On average, male cats live 1 to 2 years less than their female counterparts. This statistic can be alarming, but there is a crucial detail. The shorter lifespan is typically due to behavioral risks, not an inherent biological weakness. Unneutered males are driven to wander far from home, increasing their chances of being hit by cars, encountering dogs, or getting into fights, which often leads to severe injuries and infection with dangerous viruses like feline immunodeficiency virus, FIV, or feline leukemia virus, FELV. However, once a male cat is neutered and kept indoors, that gap in lifespan almost disappears entirely. In fact, neutered males often live longer than unspayed females, simply because they are removed from the severe hormonal stress and disease risks of the competitive outdoor world. By choosing to neuter your cat, you are not merely preventing kittens, you are genuinely adding years of safety and health to his life. Fact 4. The mystery of the tomcat. Name: have you ever stopped to wonder why adult male cats are traditionally called toms? The origin is a surprisingly charming piece of literary history. The story dates back to a famous book published in 1760 called The Life and Adventures of a Cat. The main character of the book was a fun, mischievous, and romantic male cat named Tom. He became so widely known and popular in culture that people began to refer to all adult male cats as Tom or tomcat. The name stuck, and centuries later, Tom is still used worldwide as a synonym for male cat identity, even inspiring famous characters like Tom from the Tom and Jerry cartoons. When you use the word Tom, you are engaging with a piece of long-running cat history. Fact 5. Orange coats are a genetic male trait. It is a widespread observation. Most ginger or orange cats you see are male. This is not just a coincidence. It is a fascinating piece of genetics. Approximately 80% of all orange tabby cats are male. The reason lies on the X chromosome, which carries the gene for orange coloring. Since a female cat has 2 X chromosomes, XX, she must inherit the orange gene on both of them to be entirely orange, which is genetically much rarer. A male cat, however, only has 1 X chromosome, XY. If that single X carries the orange gene, he will be orange. This simple genetic math is why orange tomcats are so common. They only need 1 copy of the gene to express the color fully. It also means that every orange female cat you meet is a rare beauty, a 1 in 5 queen of her kind. Fact 6. Affection and vocalization are a male bonding strategy. Many cat owners report that their male cats seem much more vocal, frequently chirping, trilling, or meowing as if they are having a conversation. It turns out they are doing more than just demanding food. Animal behaviorists theorize that male cats use this increased vocalization as a primary bonding and social strategy. In a domestic environment, These social sounds replace the more physical, competitive, and rough instincts they would use in the wild to establish dominance. Your tomcat talks to you so much because he views you as his trusted colony, and his meows are his way of maintaining that close connection. They have transformed from natural fighters to deliberate friends, and vocalizing is a core part of that transformation. Fact 7. Male cats have a vast territory and a need to roam. In the wild or even just in a neighborhood, a male cat's perceived territory is significantly larger than a female's, often 3 to 10 times the size. The primary driving force behind this huge range is the imperative to seek out receptive females and manage competition with other males. They are built for wandering, which is why a male cat, even a neutered one, will often be more interested in exploring the boundaries of your house, looking out windows, or trying to slip out the door. Neutering drastically reduces the size they feel they need to patrol, making them much happier with the smaller, safer territory of your home. However, that ingrained curiosity and urge to explore the horizon remains a strong part of their identity. Fact 8. Fatherly influence exists, even without presence. Here is a fact that truly amazed scientists in studies. A male cat's personality can influence his kitten's behavior, even if he never spends a single day with them. In research from Sweden, kittens fathered by confident, social, and calm males were found to grow up with traits like being more curious, playful, and generally more trusting of people. In contrast, kittens whose fathers were shy or aggressive tended to be more timid and cautious, even when raised by nurturing mothers. This suggests that the father transmits more than just color genes. He passes on a genetic blueprint for temperament. It is a powerful reminder that nature and nurture work together, and the emotional spirit of the father can echo in his offspring long after he is gone. Fact 9. Males are susceptible to urinary blockages. A critical health difference for male cats is their increased risk for a life-threatening condition, urethral obstruction, or a blocked urinary tract. The male cat's urethra, the tube leading from the bladder, is long and very narrow. This small diameter makes it easier for mineral crystals, protein matrices, or mucus to form a plug, which completely blocks the passage of urine. This is a severe, painful medical emergency that can be fatal within 48 hours if not treated immediately. While both sexes can get urinary issues, the anatomical structure of the male makes a full blockage far more likely. Awareness of the signs, frequent trips to the litter box with no or little result, straining, or crying out, is essential for any tomcat owner. Fact 10. Males can rarely be calico or tortoiseshell. While most orange cats are male, the opposite is true for the calico, white, black, and orange, and tortoiseshell, black and orange mix patterns. These colors are virtually exclusive to females. To have these mixed color patterns, a cat needs 2 X chromosomes, XX, one carrying the gene for black and the other carrying the gene for orange. Since males are typically XY, they only have 1 X chromosome, making the 2-color pattern almost impossible. When a male cat is born with a calico or tortoiseshell coat, he is almost always XXY, a genetic anomaly that makes him sterile. These males are extremely rare, making any male calico you meet a genetic marvel. Now that you have seen the many hidden sides of the male cat, from his left pawed balance to his genetic color code and his unique need to connect, you can appreciate that he is a creature of immense depth and specific biology. Every Tom has his quirks, but once you understand the science that shapes him, you see that male cats are not just strong or stubborn. They are complex, loyal, and full of fascinating mystery and emotion.